show, and our guest today is the world's first public superhero. His superpower, you ask, creating insanely healthy meal recipes that taste just like your favorite food cravings with zero guilt. So welcome to the show, Zack.
Thank you very much.
Chug.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's my first ever interview, and I'm very excited too.
We're so honored.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Yeah.
So I saw that you're in Dubai, and I was like, DM, like, let's get him on.
yeah.
What has Dubai been like so far?
Dubai's been amazing. The opportunity out here has been like no other. I'm from the UK, and I think venturing out to places like Dubai is amazing for me and my self-growth as well. Being able to interact with new people, learn more about myself. I think being able to independently travel away from home, away from my family, it truly builds my resilience and who I am as a person. So yeah, Dubai's been amazing. The weather is amazing as well. You can't.
Really?
Yeah, I love the weather out here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little hot, but of course you can't complain when you come from the UK.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
your costume,
Yes.
it's got like a custom Z for
It
Zack.
does. Yes.
Where
yes.
did you get this made? Looks amazing.
Yeah, so I got it made in Hollywood by a costume designer who is a very professional costume designer. She made, helped make the actual Aquaman suit, the Jason Momoa suit. So I wanted to go all in with this concept. I didn't want to do it half-heartedly. I'm this type of guy that I put 110% into everything I do. And this was an investment, but it was...
How much?
Quite a lot.
I asked as well.
Quite a lot,
Dedication.
yeah. It was the biggest investment of my entire life, but I knew this was going to be my life. I'm devoted to helping people and trying to inspire
So how many
people.
of these do you have? Or do you
I
just
only have one.
You're asking all the questions I asked before the show.
I only have one, so I can't get it dirty.
Oh my God.
Oh, and it's white.
It's white as well, yeah. So hopefully this time next year I'll have about 3 or 4 more.
In hindsight,
Yeah.
would you have still gone for white?
100%, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Even though there's a chance of it getting dirty, I think for me the white, this whole color scheme was a natural transition from my original apron that I used to wear. So I wanted to keep me and obviously my brand and who I am the same, but I wanted it to be like a natural transition, if that makes sense. So yeah, I kept the color scheme the same. And
You even have your hair out. Like
yeah,
Superman,
I used to have curly hair
Really?
like yourself, yeah. But
What do you do?
I've just
What's the
used a bit of
treatment
sea salt spray and
salt
push
spray.
it back, yeah. So
So, sorry, just need to ask, your strengths and your kryptonite, what is it?
oh, that's a very good question. I'd say my strength is my Instagram community, this audience I have. I wouldn't be doing any of this, and I wouldn't be here where I am today without this community.
Yeah.
They are 100% my superpower. They give me the strength and confidence to, take a leap of faith, take the risks, and yeah, I 100% would say that is my superpower. And my weakness would have to be donuts. So
Donuts.
Just like everyone. We're all on the same page there.
I do a lot of healthy recipes, but donuts, yeah.
You can make healthy donuts.
I actually have tried to make them this time last year. I tried to make them, but I don't think I've made them again ever since.
Now, since you're a Superman, can you just make food appear like this?
We can try, but yeah. one day.
It's a scam.
Here's a glass of water. So can we talk about your content? So how did you first get into it?
Yes.
You also have a very inspiring story if you can get into that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So can you just share more about the
Yes,
beginnings or
of
your
course.
origin story?
Yeah, of course. So roughly around 2 years ago, I started this Instagram page. So I was studying to be a dentist. So I made the page to help me in my dental career. But as the page slowly grew, I started incorporating more of my passions, fitness, food. And I think it took one video to really give me momentum. So I kept posting for around 6 months, not really getting anywhere. But then one video went boom and it sort of went viral. And then I had that momentum. And then ever since I got that momentum, I just never stopped. I kept posting every single day. And naturally over a year to 2 years, the audience started to grow bigger and bigger. And I was completely obsessed with helping these people. The DMs and comments I was getting, it became my passion, helping people. It was always a passion of mine to help people. That's why I did dentistry. But I always felt like I could do more and give back to the community. So yeah, for around 2 years, I was posting food content every single day. And then I released a cookbook, and then a year after the cookbook, which is today roughly, the whole superhero concept was born. So it's been a journey from being overweight when I was younger to going into dental school to being a chef even for 2 years and now a superhero. So it's been a few stages of my life, and I'm only 23, so I haven't even scratched the surface yet. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's gonna make you feel good about yourself.
What?
So, are we scrapping dental school? Are we scrapping everything else? Is this what you're focusing on full time?
Yeah. So this time last year, I quit dental school.
Okay.
It was the hardest decision of my entire life because I worked so hard growing up. I got all A stars, GCSEs, A levels, the UK exams. So my parents sent me to private education as well. They sacrificed everything for me, and my education. So to leave dentistry was the biggest decision of my entire life, but it was the best one I've ever made. I don't regret it one bit because now the community I've built is so strong, and this is the whole point of the superhero concept, to bring this community together and just help people. The whole point of this is to inspire people to become their own heroes and to inspire them to help one another and unleash the hero within themselves. And yeah, because everyone's a hero, it just takes a leap of faith sometimes to unlock that. Yeah.
Not all heroes wear capes, but this one does.
Someone clearly didn't watch The Incredibles because Edna
Yes,
wouldn't have
I know,
supported
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What?
Edna
Yeah.
doesn't like super
Oh, yeah, she doesn't like
capes.
capes.
Yeah.
Capes,
But it's
yeah.
not like he's flying around. Not like it's gonna get stuck in a.
Yeah, one day. I actually did skydiving on my 23rd birthday. No, I only wore the top. Obviously, I couldn't wear the cape.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an experience.
But do you feel like you've cracked the equation? Because you said consistency mixed with a little bit of momentum,
Yes.
and you just skyrocketed. Do you feel like when you get that momentum, you have to cash in on
Yes.
it right away if you're gonna lose out?
100%. I feel like it's a once in a lifetime sort of opportunity when you get that momentum. It's a blessing because it's sort of like a snowball effect. That's the way I see it. It's like a snowball. You've got to keep rolling it in. You've got to keep building it bigger and bigger. And if you leave it, the snowball will melt. So it's the same sort of concept for me with content on Instagram. You have to keep building and building it. I remember one time I went to LA last year and I took a week off of posting. I mean, I noticed a big drop in, engagement reach. And that's because I took my foot off the pedal for a little bit. So it made me realize, you can't ever
Leave it stagnant.
yeah, leave it stagnant. And I'm in a bit of a situation now where I've obviously transitioned out food content a little bit. I'm still posting food content, but my whole page now is a bit different to what it was before. But that was a sacrifice I was willing to take for the long term. Hopefully the long-term reward of this superhero concept, because the whole point of this is to create something that is beyond me. No one in the world is doing this, so there's no blueprint for what I'm doing. I'm still learning it as I go along, step by step, but it's all for the greater good and to try and inspire as many people.
Did you stumble upon your niche as a coincidence, or you saw the gap in the market for healthy recipes and you?
So regarding superhero, or do you mean just healthy recipes?
Healthy recipes. I know the superhero, it's something that complements it.
Yeah.
And I get the whole story behind it, but just speaking about healthy recipes in specific, was it something that was conscious or
So healthy recipes, when I started doing that, again, that was sort of a trial and error. Obviously, to get in shape when I was going through my own fat loss journey, it made me realize how important diet was, and how you need to create a
how important is it?
It's super important.
Is it 80% diet?
I'd say
10%?
it's probably 90%. It's so important. You can go to the gym as many times as you want during the week, but if you're not eating the right amount of protein, the right amount of calories, it's obviously not futile, but diet is very, very important.
We had 2 cakes yesterday in the office, manaish for breakfast. We both had PT yesterday, and you're telling this now?
It's all good. I think it's all about creating a healthy lifestyle. If you see it as a healthy lifestyle compared to a short-term sort of diet, it's much more manageable and maintainable in the future. I think when you shift your mindset of thinking of it as a diet to a lifestyle, it becomes a lot easier to maintain. But it's like with anything, you have to just sort of implement it into your routine and then it and then it becomes a habit and second nature. So yeah.
Well, how do you make the switch? Because like we all love eating, like
Yes.
we all love indulging in our cravings.
Yeah.
But for you to make that switch and say, no more, I don't want this for myself.
Yeah.
I want to create a healthier lifestyle. How do you go about that?
Yeah, so I think for me, based off my own experience, it varies from person to person and what everyone is sort of going through in the at the current stage of their life. So for me, my switch, I was young, I was very insecure growing up, and I just wanted to be better, and the whole sort of mindset shift sort of occurred, when I said to myself, like literally, I said to myself, you want to be better, you want to do better. So I sort of transferred the hard work ethic I had with my studies to the whole fitness side and the whole diet aspect of things. And it took a lot of discipline and a lot of consistency, but if you just keep at it every day and try to improve by a little bit every single day, again, it's like the 1% rule. You try to improve by 1% every single day, and you get to a point where like the results will come so quick, and then once the results come, you sort of become addicted to that sort of that feeling.
This
It's
office,
like slow and steady.
It's slow and steady, yeah.
slow and steady wins the race.
Yes.
Yes, we can do with that. We can work with that.
Yeah, like
Yes.
we've look, Ali in the back's nodding his head. We all agree with the 1%. That's something that this office
Yeah.
lives by.
Yeah.
Like 1% every day.
100%.
So it's crazy that you said that. Earlier you're talking about your parents putting you in private school and all the sacrifices that they have
Yes.
to make for you. You going back to them and saying, "Hey, thanks, I'm dropping out of dental school."
Yeah.
How did that work, and what was your reaction?
Yeah, of course they were a bit shocked, but my parents support me and love me, and
Wow.
they saw what I was doing and they saw the impact I was having. And this was at a very sort of like early stage in my career of social media, so I was having a big impact on a lot of people. And as well as that, once I released my cookbook as well, so for 2 years of posting, I was posting consistently, but no sort of return on investment, you could say. But I was never doing what I did for money. That was never a part of the equation. It still isn't a part of the equation. But as soon as I released that cookbook, it sort of showed my family, that there's power to social media. And yeah, I think you sort of have to build up the evidence as you go along to take a calculated risk. So dropping out of dental school wasn't a risk in the sense of like, I'm just going to do it and forget about everything else. It took a whole year of weighing up the pros and cons. And then I think the cookbook was like the catalyst for me to say, this is going to work, put in the hard work, believe in yourself, never give up on what you're doing. And, the hard work will pay off. So
That's amazing.
yeah, the process of me leaving dental school was a whole year-long sort of decision-making process.
Yeah.
But the cookbook was like the catalyst for me. It made me realize, just believe in yourself. And
Well, we hope you never leave Dubai because we need
Yeah,
more of these
no.
like quotes and
yeah,
motivational.
I'm not leaving.
Are you not?
No, I'll be traveling back and forth, but Dubai, it's like a second home to me. I always came here with my family before COVID, and yeah, I love it out here. And yeah, I plan to hopefully get this superhero out in Dubai. And the whole point of the superhero is to, spread positivity, hope, and inspire people to be the best versions of themselves and help other people as well. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
So, what 3 personality traits of yours would you consider are your superpowers?
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
That's one.
That's one. Yeah, I think authenticity. I've always been very transparent with my audience, with my intentions, who I am. I think humility. I think my religion and faith has always kept me grounded as a person. The social media sort of, the fame. It's never got to my head. It never will do. And lastly, I think confidence. I think I'm very confident in taking risks, taking the leap of faith when they need to be taken, and just believing in myself. So yeah.
I think we have, gotten your LinkedIn bio out of you right now.
Yeah.
Just gonna update your LinkedIn.
First lines in this on his CV.
Yeah.
My 3 superpowers.
My 3 superpowers. Yeah. So yeah, I've had a long think about my superpowers, because when I released this concept, a lot of people are saying like, what you know, what are your superpowers? What can you do? And like I mentioned before, my community is a big aspect of my superpower. I believe when you bring a community together towards a cause, you can truly make an impact on the world. So it's all about using my influence for the greater good and to help people. I feel like it's a duty and a responsibility to help people when you have such an impact and an influence. It's very easy in social media to get tempted by other, you know, brand deals and whatnot, and that's completely fine. But for me, it's always been about helping people and just having that as a main priority and focus, and then naturally the rest will come. So.
Really, you have all the right intentions, and that's really going to take you places, because when you do things with the right intention and purity, obviously manifests so much better than, you know, doing it.
Yeah, it just seems so pure. Like most superheroes have not the best origin stories, but yours just comes from like a place of love and wanting to do more for people.
Yeah. I think I've always had that. Growing up, I've always been, because I've been a superhero geek. So you know, growing up watching the superhero films. Oh, I've got my three top favorite superheroes are Spider-Man, Superman, and Iron Man.
Iron Man, of
Iron
course.
Man, yeah. So
what did they do to him?
yeah, he's got, I know that was sad.
That is sad.
Anyway,
but
but we heard you don't have a superhero name.
I
Is
don't.
That true?
Yes, it's very true.
Came from the grapevine.
Yeah, I'm sort of waiting for one day the public to.
Today's the day.
Today's the day. You don't need the public. You have us. So over here we have a buzzer for you. Okay, you can test it out.
Okay.
Perfect, it works. That would have been awkward. So we have a bunch of superhero names for you, and if you approve, give us a thumbs up or a rating out of 10.
Okay.
If you don't approve, hit the buzzer Rooney.
Okay.
Okay, first on the list, the secret recipe.
ISR. No?
I like that one.
Okay. The ripe fruit.
The gastro hero.
The Taste Titan.
The pan frying phenomenon.
The Wok Wizard.
No.
Zack.
Captain Cookpot. Okay, well, we've read through the entire list and now this.
Stir Fry Superstar.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dangling mangoes. What?
The apple that falls far from the tree.
It's got to be related to the Z.
Oh, the Z.
Yeah.
The zapping chopper.
Zap Zack?
Zap
Zack isn't too
Zap
bad.
Zack.
I'll give that
put it there. Put it there.
5 out of 10. We can do
Zap
better.
Zack.
We can do better.
I'll just chat GPT superhero names.
The two I had in mind when
Zack.
I first created this was either Z-Man or Super Z. I'm leaning more towards Z-Man, but I'll let the audience one day decide.
Z-Man,
yeah,
Z-Man.
Z or Z-Man, yeah.
But like Zap Zack.
I can't zap anything though.
Okay,
Zingers.
Yeah, where?
These are like very food related superhero names.
Like, don't you want
But
Zack and food? Like,
No, actually, yeah.
Zucchini Zack.
No.
Zucchini
Funnily
Zack.
enough, I've never actually tasted. I've never actually had zucchini
Really?
before. Yeah, funnily enough. Yeah.
Zucchini.
Zucchini.
I love that.
Zucchini.
That's like
That's
a
good
magician's magician name.
That actually is.
You know what? You're just finding problems. You're not finding the solutions. You're not working with us.
So much for a superhero. You're creating more problems for us than solutions.
Yeah, no. I think Z-Man or Super Z, but the
No,
two
I
that
don't like that.
you don't
Not
like that.
approve, no.
Right.
It's very
We've got some work to do.
basic. It's so basic.
I know. I want it to be.
Well-
I want it to be memorable.
Okay, we'll have a brainstorming
Zucchini.
session.
Yeah.
We'll have a brainstorming session after this.
Yes, we will.
But that's all the time we have on the show today. Zach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And that is it from us. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Casey will be back Friday.
On Friday. That's our schedule for the week. So I'll be with you every day of the week. Shahil will be there tomorrow. And then after that will be Alibaba. Then we have
Yes.
Casey. So we have
You know what?
laid
A
out
whole
for you
salad
guys.
of human beings.
Salad of... That just sounds so weird. Salad of human beings. Can you really say that?
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Goodbye
you.
from me.
Goodbye from me.